Hi children, in previous class we had learned the chemical properties of metals, that is reaction of metals with oxygen, water and mineral acids. In today's class we will learn another chemical property, that is reaction of metals with solution of other metal salts. Okay, before going to study this, let us see an activity. See here children, in one test tube we have taken copper sulfate solution. In another test tube we have taken iron sulfate solution. And in both the test tube we are hanging this iron nail with the help of thread. See here, in both the test tube we are hanging the iron nail with the help of thread, and these two test tubes are closed with cork. Okay, and they are left for some half an hour or 1 hour. Okay, after that if we observe, the color of this copper sulfate solution disappears. Okay, here this color of the copper sulfate solution disappears. Sorry children, in one test tube, okay, the test tube in which we have taken the iron sulfate solution. Okay, in that we are placing the copper wire, not iron wire. In this test tube we have placed iron nail. Okay, the test tube in which we have taken the copper sulfate solution, in that we are placing the iron nail, and in another test tube in which we have taken iron sulfate solution, in that we are placing the copper wire. Okay, and these two test tubes are closed and they left for half an hour or more than half an hour. After that if we observe, the color of this iron nail changes. Okay, in this case in which the copper wire placed in iron sulfate solution. Sorry, no change in this test tube. Okay, but what happens in this test tube? The color of the copper sulfate solution, okay, the color of the copper sulfate solution is blue, and its color disappears after half an hour or 1 hour. Okay, or it fades slowly. Okay, actually here this copper metal, it is less reactive than the iron. Therefore the iron nail, okay, the iron atoms which are present in the nail, they will displace the copper ions which are present in the copper sulfate solution. Okay, children, see here. This is test tube, and in this we have taken copper sulfate solution. In this we are placing the iron nail. Okay, and it is closed with cork. So see here, this copper sulfate solution is blue in color, and we will not disturb this test tube for some half an hour or more than half an hour. After that we will observe that the blue color of this copper solution is disappeared, because here what happens, here copper sulfate, okay, in copper sulfate solution, this copper sulfate is present in the form of copper ion and sulfate ion. Okay, it is having copper ion and sulfate ion. Okay, these copper ions in copper sulfate solution are displaced by this iron ions. Okay, from iron nail. Okay, the iron nail is having iron atoms, and these iron atoms, okay, the iron ions will displace the copper ions which are present in copper sulfate solution, because here iron ion is displacing the copper ion, because this iron ion is more reactive, reactive than the copper. Okay, what happens in case of reaction of metals with the solution of other metal salt? Okay, this copper sulfate is a metal salt. Okay, metal salt solution. This is here the iron is more reactive element and it reactive metal, and it can displace the metal which is present in the metal salt solution. Okay, that is copper sulfate solution. Okay, this copper is less reactive than the iron. Okay, therefore this iron can displace this copper. Okay, similarly in another test tube we have taken that ferrous sulfate solution, and we are hanging the this is cork. We are hanging the copper wire. Okay, here this in ferrous sulfate solution, okay, iron and sulfate, okay, they are present in the form of ions, ferrous ion and sulfate ion. Okay, here this copper from copper wire, copper ions from copper wire, they do not displace the iron of iron sulfate salt. Okay, because here this copper is less reactive. This copper is less reactive than the iron. Okay, but in this case, here iron nail is placed in copper sulfate solution. It is a metal salt solution. The iron ions from iron nail can displace the copper ions from copper sulfate solution, because iron metal is more reactive than the copper. But in this case copper wire is placed in ferrous sulfate solution. Okay, this ferrous sulfate solution, it is a metal salt, and here this copper ions from copper wire, they cannot displace the iron from the iron sulfate, because this copper metal is less reactive than iron. Okay, instead of this copper sulfate, if we take zinc, instead of this iron, we can also place zinc rod. This is copper sulfate solution, and inside this we are placing the zinc rod. Okay, and it is closed with cork. Okay, see here zinc rod is placed in copper sulfate solution. Here what happens, zinc is more reactive than the copper. Therefore, the copper ions of the copper sulfate solution are displaced by zinc ions of this zinc rod. Here these zinc ions present in from this zinc rod, they will displace the copper ions of the copper sulfate solution. Okay, so here this zinc is more reactive, whereas this copper is less reactive than the zinc. Similarly, here in this test tube we have taken zinc sulfate solution. zinc sulfate solution. Okay, and here we are placing the copper rod and it is closed with cork. And after sometimes here no reaction, because here copper ion from copper rod, they cannot displace the zinc ion of this zinc sulfate solution. Okay, in zinc sulfate solution, zinc is present in the form of cation, zinc Zn2 plus, and this sulfate is present in the form of SO4 2 minus. Okay, here this copper ion or this copper metal, it cannot displace the zinc, because here copper is less reactive than the zinc. So if you write the reaction for these two activities, okay, in first case iron, it is a solid, okay, it reacts with the copper sulfate solution. It reacts with the copper sulfate solution. It is a aqueous solution. Okay, so here this zinc metal is displacing the copper from copper sulfate solution. So we will get, when this iron will displace this copper metal, we'll get ferrous sulfate solution and we'll get copper metal. It is solid and this copper is deposited on iron nail. Okay, and we can also write the chemical equation for the second activity also. See here, in second activity, zinc rod is immersed inside the copper sulfate solution. Zinc rod is a solid. Okay, in copper sulfate solution is, we'll get zinc sulfate solution and copper metal. See here zinc is more reactive, therefore it will displace the copper from the copper sulfate solution. As a result, we'll get the zinc sulfate as a product and solid copper metal. Okay, but here in second, this one, when copper metal is placed in iron sulfate solution, here no reaction. Here no reaction, because this copper is less reactive than the iron, so it cannot displace the iron from ferrous sulfate solution. Similarly, when copper wire is placed in zinc sulfate solution, here also no reaction. Here also no reaction, because here this copper is less reactive than the zinc and it cannot displace the zinc metal from copper sulfate solution. Okay, children, from this activity we can conclude that when metals, they reacts with the solution of other metals, other metal salts, the more reactive metal will displace the less reactive metals from their compounds in solution or molten form. So we can, in general, we can write the chemical equation like this: metal A on reacting with the salt solution of metal B, it forms salt solution of metal A and metal B is formed. Okay, here the metal A is more reactive and it displaces the metal salt solution. Okay, and we'll get salt solution of metal A and metal B. Here in this reaction, in reaction of metals with solution of other metal salts, the more reactive metal displaces a less reactive metal from the aqueous salt solution. Then the chemical reaction that takes place is called a displacement reaction. Okay, this is displacement reaction. This is displacement reaction. Children, then how we will come to know that which metal is more reactive than the which metal? Okay, let us see. We will understand the reactivity of these metals with the help of the reactivity series. Okay, here reactivity series is the arrangement of metals in a vertical column in the decreasing order of their chemical reactivities is called the metal reactivity series. Here metals, the reactive metals are arranged in the vertical column in the decreasing order of their chemical reactivities, and this arrangement is called metal reactivity series. With the help of this metal reactivity series, we can remember the reactivity of different elements. Okay, let us see the metal reactivity series. Okay, here potassium is the most reactive metal. Next comes sodium. Next it is followed by calcium, magnesium, aluminium, carbon, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen, copper, silver, gold. Okay, children, see here in this series, carbon and hydrogen, they are not metals, they are non-metals. Therefore, they are placed inside the bracket. Okay, to remember this series, okay, I will tell you the trick. See here. Please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper says gold. If you remember this sentence, you can easily remember the reactivity series of metals. Okay, so please stop calling me a careless zebra. Instead, try learning how copper says gold. Okay, if you remember this sentence, you can easily remember the reactivity series. See here, please. Here the first letter is P. It stands for potassium. Next, stop. Stop. First letter is S. Sodium. Okay. Next, calling. Ca. Calcium. Okay. Me. M. Magnesium. A. Aluminium. Okay. And careless. Here C. It stands for carbon. Next, in zebra. Okay. Here N stands for zinc. Instead, iron. Okay, I stands for iron. Try. It is tin. Okay, its symbol is SN. Learning. Okay, LE. Lead. How. First letter is H. Hydrogen. It stands for hydrogen. Copper. Okay, it is first letter is C and here copper is written. So it is same as copper. Okay, saves. S stands for silver. Its symbol is Ag. Gold. Okay, here same gold element. So its symbol is Au. As we move from top to bottom, the reactivity of the metals decreases, and this potassium is the most reactive metal and this gold is the least reactive metal. Okay, this is the reactivity series. With the help of reactivity series, we can compare the reactivity of different metals. and we can also predict whether the displacement reaction will takes place or not. If we know the reactivity series, it is very easy to identify whether the reaction is taking place or not in case of displacement reaction. Okay. In next class, we will study how ionic compounds are formed.